So coming to our comfortable seated position, grounding, just settling in for practice, bringing our body and our mind to the same place, checking in with your posture, maybe just wriggling the shoulders, checking in how we feel, and then closing the eyes, bring the tongue to rest at the roof of the mouth. Observing the breath. Expanding on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. Bringing the hands together. And just bowing in to your practice. Namaste. So it's Sivananda practice that we start with the Kapalabhati Anuloma Viloma. The breath starts the practice as we do in class. So taking the hands to rest in Chin Mudra, thumb connects to index finger. Take a full inhale. And exhale, belly draws to spine. Spine stays long. Again, full inhale. The breath is very grounding. Exhale, the belly button draws deeply and firmly back to spine. So we inhale, prepare. 40 exhalations when you're ready. And exhale, 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 exhale. Squeeze the belly button firmly to spine. Inhale a full breath. Expanding, opening, and a long steady exhalation. Tongue resting at the roof of the mouth, listening to the sound of that exhale breath. Inhale a full breath. And hold. So when we hold, we lift the crown up towards the sky, the heavens, sit bones based. The tongue rests lightly at the roof of the mouth. And we draw our attention into the space between eyebrows. And slowly exhale, drawing the belly button deeply and firmly back to spine. Inhale a full breath, right the way up to sternum, exploring how much breath we can take in, and then exhale. Diaphragm moves up to expel that stale air. Inhale, prepare. 60 exhalations when you're ready, and exhale, 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 exhale. Squeeze the belly button firmly to spine. Inhale a full breath. Chest expands. And a long, steady exhalation. Belly draws firmly and deeply back to spine. We inhale a full breath. And hold. Resting the hands on the tops of the knees. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Back of the neck is long, so the crown lifts upwards. And the tongue rests behind the roof, the teeth at the roof of the mouth. Invite a softness into your body. So we're not forcing or straining to hold the breath. And if you need to take a breath, do so. If you can hold. And slowly exhale. Squeezing belly button firmly to spine. Inhale a full breath. Expanding. And a long, steady exhalation. Contracting. We inhale, prepare. 80 exhalations when you're ready, and exhale, 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 exhale. Squeeze the belly to the spine. Keep the spine tall. Inhale a full breath. Expanding. And a long, steady exhalation. Contracting. We inhale a full breath. And hold. So drawing the attention inwards. Checking in with your posture. Softening. Checking the jaws are relaxed. Not holding any tightness in the jaws. Checking the face is relaxed. You need to take a breath, take a breath if you can hold. Just 5 more seconds. And slowly exhale. The belly squeezes back to spine. We inhale a full breath. And a long, steady exhalation. So we're going to just straighten the legs. Give them a little jiggle, a little massage on the knees. Sitting for 15 minutes is quite a feat in itself, especially if you're new to yoga. Give the feet a little circle so we get that movement into the ankles, and back in the opposite direction. And we're going to flex and point and flex and keep the back nice and tall and point, flex and point. We may as well do the hands as well. Flex the hands back, point the fingers down, flex the fingers up, flex the fingers down and circle. Oh, they're going in the same direction. And then other direction. Okay. So coming back to comfortable seated, but placing the opposite foot in first, the unnatural way. Second breathing exercise, analoma viloma, alternate nostril breathing. So the left hand stays on the knee. This is when I don't mirror. The right hand in Vishnu Mudra, index, middle finger into the palm of the hand. We close the right nostril with the right thumb. So the count is inhale 4, hold 8, exhale 8. So before we commence, just take a full inhale. Close the right nostril, exhale through the left. And inhaling left nostril, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Face points forwards, thumb on the right side nostril, ring finger on the left nostril. Exhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Inhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, full breath, 4, and hold. Not pinching too tightly, just beneath the bony part at the top of your nose. Exhale left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Inhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Again, soft focus in the space between eyebrows, jaws relaxed, face relaxed. Exhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Inhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Need to take in as much as you can in those 4 counts. Otherwise, it's difficult to hold for the 8. Exhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly to spine, 8. Inhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Inhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. With a soft focus, exhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Last round. Inhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly draws to spine, 8. Inhaling right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhaling left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly to spine, 8. Releasing the right hand. Just breathing deeply. Eyes closed, just noticing whether the mind is a little more focused, a little stiller, and we're a little bit more balanced, mind and body. Good. So we come off the brick. You're going to take the soles of the feet together. Let's have a little bounce first. Safe to bounce in this position. Okay, hands to the outer edges of the feet. And we'll walk the feet forwards, but we'll also walk the buttocks back and see how far you can reach. Doesn't matter if you're here and you're holding your ankles, that's absolutely fine. Just taking a deep inhale and an exhale, forward fold. Don't look down here, look forward, so your heart is reaching forwards. Inhale and exhale. Drawing the chest bone forwards, feet flexed. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to come back to this pose later. This is one of our Sivananda classic postures. Inhale, we lift. Dandasana. Exhale, bring the hands back down. We're going to cross the legs, but no brick. And from here, we're going to do a little cat-cow from comfortable seated. So we're going to inhale, lift the chin up. So we get this arch into the spine on the inhale. Tailbone moves backwards. Exhale, we round. Chin to the chest. Now I want you to really squeeze belly to spine here. Tightening the abs. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale. Rounding chin to chest into the back of the shoulders. Inhale, lift. We've got a backward tilt on the pelvis and then a forward tilt. Belly drawing back to spine, squeezing tight, tight, tight. Come back up to center, take the right hand onto the left knee, support it on the left hand. Inhale, take a little twist to look over left shoulder and exhale. And the twist is coming from the lower spine, not from the neck. Inhale. Again, we'll add our spinal twist later as one of our classic Sivananda postures. This is just a warm-up. Inhale, a taste, but always good for the spine to twist. Left hand on the right knee, right hand supports. Inhale, twisting, and exhale, releasing. Inhale, full breath. Exhale. Squeeze that belly button back to spine, so we're working internally as well. Inhale, looking over that right shoulder, and exhale, release. So then we take the feet wide for the hip openers, and we windscreen wipe the legs, knees down to the floor. If you don't need to support yourself behind with the hands, take the hands off, because that makes the hips do the work for you a little bit more intensely. If you can't reach your knees all the way down, don't worry. And you can have a little lean forwards. When the feet are flexed, really works deeper into the hips. Have a little lean forwards. So keep those toes pulled back towards the shins and a little lean. See how the hips are feeling today. Have you done a lot of sitting? A little lean forwards. If you have been sitting, then that's really the perfect antidote for sitting for long periods of time. Okay. Moving on. Tabletop. Shoulders over wrists. Fingers spread wide. Index finger forwards. We're going to cat-cow. Again, a little arch. Exhale. Big rounded hump into the back of the spine, pushing the floor away. Inhale, lift. Exhale and round. Squeeze that belly button as though it would really touch in the back of your spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale and round. Keep the shoulders over the wrists. And then we're just going to circle. So we're bringing the weight forwards, side, back, side, forwards, side and back. And just exploring what that feels like in the wrists. A little bit of circular movement. Change the direction. Just keeping the hands wide, fingers wide, working into the wrist joints. And then we're going to take our yin and yang wrist therapy, we call this, place and place and place and place. Now, we've been doing this for years. So, those of you who find that easy-ish, I want you to try bending the elbows. So we're in cat-cow with the fingers turned back towards the knees, and then you're bending your elbows in towards your belly. And that will give a little added stretch into those wrists. And strengthen the arms. And it drawing the shoulders down away from the ears, that's also important. So you don't want your shoulders bunched up to your ears, you draw your shoulders back down. Good. And then we'll give them a little release, a little circular motion. Just literally keeping the back of the wrists in contact. Back of the wrists in contact. Back of the wrists. And then we can change the direction of that circle. So always looking after the joints. Let's interlace the hands, lift the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the chin. And jutting the chin up, the lower jaw out. Stretches the neck. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Have a little reach. Side to side. Side to side. Again, inhale, looking up, arms as straight. Exhale, chin to the chest. And one more. Inhale, looking up, jut the lower jaw out. Stretch the neck, tendons. Exhale, chin to the chest and release. So we're going to come to our practice and we're going to take 3 rounds of sun salutations. It's a little bit like a revision, and I will hold you for longer in the poses so that we get them right. Tuck the toes, and I don't want you to cheat at all. So I'm going to hold you in poses that sometimes we rush through. Slowly lifting up into that forward fold. See how that feels, feet parallel. And just stay down here. Maybe you touch the floor with your fingers, maybe you don't. I want you to bend the knees so that your chest is on your thighs. Okay, rock into the balls, into the heels, into the balls, into the heels. Drop the crown of the head to the floor. And then gently try and straighten, not totally straight, but just straightening. When your chest comes off your thighs, then go back. That's as far as you need to go, because you actually want your chest connected to your thighs here. And enjoy that rest for the neck. You can give it a little side to side, a little nod, a little no, another little nod. And then let the hands rest. Let the shoulders soften. You're going to bend the knees, ground down through the feet, squeeze the belly to the spine as you roll up, and my head disappears. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae till we come to stand. So front of your mat, coming into standing position, mountain pose. Just come into the balls, into the heels, into the balls, into the heels. to the balls, into the heels. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, extended mountain. You can look up or you can look forwards. Keep the weight evenly distributed, 4 corners of your feet. Inner ball, inner heel, outer heel. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold, hands either side of the feet. Looking down to the floor, exactly in between your feet. Step back, right foot, knee to the floor, toenails tuck, and lift into your lunge. Extend the arms. Just looking forwards at this point. You can look up, but there's no need to look up. Spread the fingers, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. And I want you to imagine you're holding the sun in between your palms. Your fingers are spread wide. You're holding this wonderful beaming round ball of light. Bring the hands either side of the left foot, tuck under the right toe, step back into your plank position. Shoulders are over wrists. You can rock forwards, back, forwards, back. Do not let your plank sag in the middle. So you need to draw your belly up towards your spine, switch on your glutes, and energize your legs by lifting your kneecaps up towards your thighs. Then we place the knees to the floor. Look down. No, don't look down. Look up. Look up. Keep the shoulders over the wrists. And this is the one where people get a little bit confused. So I'm going to hold you in this 8-point pose. Just going to give you a little bit more view. So we got the knees to the floor. Looking up, we squeeze the ribs. With the elbows touching the sides of the ribs, we place the chest, the chin, and stay in that pose, 8-point pose. The toes are touching, the knees are touching, the 2 hands are touching the chest and the chin. And that is great for your lower back. Place the pelvis to the floor. Bring the heels together, slide hands about 12 inches forwards, lift into our version of cobra. So shoulders draw away from the ears, heels together, glutes switched on. Big inhale, up into the chest. Exhale, lower back down to floor. So we're going to bring the hands underneath shoulders. You're going to take the easy option for the first one. Back to a table. Step the knees in so you're in a correct table position. Tuck toes. Back into downward facing dog. Set your fingers, index finger points pointing forwards, feet parallel. Let the neck be relaxed. Take a full inhale. This is our first downward facing dog, so if you want to gently just walk the heels, walking dog we call it, and just get that little stretch into the back of the calves. Just adjusting ourselves. And then both heels down, lengthen the tailbone to the sky. Looking forwards. All right, we're going to step the right foot inside the right hand. So we need as much help as we can get. I want you to lift into your left toes, get a bit more elevation. Bring the knee into the chest. Use your abdominals. And then step right foot to the right. Just inside the right hand. If it doesn't get there yet, we just bring it forwards, lift it, bring it forwards. Inhale. Into our extended lunge position. Now, depending on your lower back, you can reach right back there. It's up to you. Or you can keep your back straight. Hands either side of right foot. Step in the left foot. Forward fold into that Uttanasana position. The neck is relaxed. Often we miss out this position. It's a lovely release for the neck, for the shoulders. Ground down into the feet. Inhale, lift up, holding the sun in between your palms of your hands. Fingers are spread wide. Exhale, bring the hands back to prayer. My head has gone a little. Too bad, eh? Inhale. Reach the sun up above the head. Exhale. We forward fold and stay in that Uttanasana position. If you can straighten your legs, you can straighten your legs, but let your neck be released. Feel the position of that release,
Hold the position so you can feel the benefit. Left foot steps back. Left knee down, toes tuck, and lunge.
So we're not rushing, we're feeling it. We're holding the positions just so that your body can get accustomed to the bits as well that you might rush through because you don't like. We don't like, we rush. Bring the hands either side of the right foot, tuck under the left toes. Step back into your plank, good solid plank. Plank is a great position to build abdominal strength, shoulder strength, glute strength, leg strength. Bring your weight forwards, push it back. Bring your weight forwards, push it back. Your body's acting as one, not collapsing. So all I'm working now is my arms and my shoulders. Keep that belly drawn back towards the spine. Place the knees to the floor, look up. Do not do this. That's what some people do. Keep the shoulders over the wrists, and then there's no way of them getting their chest and chin to floor. Stay in 8-point pose. Squeeze the elbows into side ribs. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Place the pelvis to the floor. We slide the hands, heels together, glutes on. Cobra position. So let's take a few breaths and feel the benefit of the cobra. So it's a lovely stretch for your lower spine. It's a stretch for the whole of your spine, also the front of your body. But we need to do it safely. So you never want to get your shoulders up here by your ears. Elbows are bent so that you're working those shoulders, drawing down away from the ears, down the spine. Exhale to prone. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Again, we'll come up into our tabletop. So this is always an option. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. I'm going to take 5 breaths. So spreading the fingers, inhale into side ribs, exhale, lengthen the tailbone up to sky. Head towards the floor. Inhale, ribs expand, exhale, tailbone to sky. Heels drawing towards the floor. Inhale and exhale. Lengthening, releasing. Inhale. The fingers spread. Exhale. Drawing those heels down. Last one. Inhale and exhale, lengthening. So we look forwards. This is the hardest part for most people. You're going to lift into the right toes. The left knee comes into the chest. Tighten those abs. Place the foot where you want it. Right knee down. Inhale, extended lunge. Holding that sun between the palms of the hands. Exhale, hand either side. The left foot, right foot steps in. We forward fold into Uttanasana, chin to chest. Feel your breath pushing out into thighs. Exhale, try and straighten. Let the head drop. Bend the knees, inhale. Extended mountain. Exhale, prayer. My head is gone. Inhale, second round. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands on the side of the feet. The right foot steps back, knee down, toes tuck, and then we take the extended lunge. But we're going to twist. So the right hand to the outside of the left knee, the left hand to the outside of the right thigh if you can. And just observing your breath. Long, slow, deep, even. Calming. Expanding and contracting and massaging those internal organs back to center. We cross the thumbs. So the palms come together, but the thumbs cross. and then inhale, lift. So this is what we call the crescent moon. And the idea is to get the arms straight rather than the elbows bent by drawing those thumbs together, opening the front of the chest. The lovely stretch for the shoulders opens up the front of the body, opens up the heart. Exhale, hands either side of the left foot. So we're going to step back into plank, and I want you to take your feet wide. And the reason for that is we're going to take a side plank on the right hand. We're going to come onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot, and then extend that top arm. If you can. If you need to put your right knee down, put your right knee down. That's an option. Shoulder over wrist, always shoulder over wrist. And then back to your regular plank. Keep it strong, belly draws to spine, knees to floor, shoulders over wrist, we look up. Because looking down there is too scary. Squeeze the elbows in the side of the ribs, chest, chin. And from here, we're going to come into a boat pose. I call it boat pose. But we're reaching the arms back, looking down to the floor, lifting the legs, the knees off the floor, the feet off the floor, the glutes are active. So we're in a kind of a boat. Release the neck, keep drawing back, keep spreading those toes, keep lifting and breathing. And release. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. So this time we're going to push up all the way into plank. Take a full inhale. Elbows squeeze in. On the exhale, you push the ground away. Or you can come through knees into tabletop. Back into downward facing dog. Set your feet, comfortable distance. Check your fingers are spread wide. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Looking forwards. So the right foot's going to step. You lift into the left toes. Draw the knee tight, tight, tight into the chest and the shoulders over the wrists. Using your abs, step the right foot forwards. Back knee down. And lift into your extended lunge position, and then we're going to add the twist again. So the left hand outside of the right knee, right hand takes hold of the left thigh. All that twisting is really good for our internal organs. Good. So we come back, hands either side of the right foot, step in left foot, forward fold. Let go with the neck. Let go with the shoulders, straighten the knees as far as your chest remains on your thighs. Then really release on that exhale. Any tightness, let it go. Let it just drip down through the head to the floor. Bend the knees, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, back to prayer. Left side, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So the hands are either side of the feet. We step the left foot back. Knee down, toes tuck. I rushed that one. That was my fault. I didn't hold Uttanasana. So, make a point of not rushing. We come into our twisted lunge. We come back, hands to prayer with the thumbs crossed. We lift into crescent moon, opening the front of the chest, straightening the arms if possible. Exhale, hands down either side of the right foot. So we're going to step back into plank. Turn the feet. Left hand stays on the floor, right hand lifts. So the feet need to be wide, or you can stack your feet if you prefer to stack your feet shoulder over wrist.
And then back to your regular plank. Knees to the floor. Keep the shoulders over the wrists, look up, squeeze elbows into side ribs, chest and chin. That's going to build your tricep strength. Pelvis to floor. Second boat. So we interlace the hands, let the neck go. So you're looking down to the floor and then lifting the feet, the knees, drawing back. So it's only the pelvis in contact with the floor, as little as possible in contact with the floor. Working the strength of the back and release. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows squeeze in. We take an inhale and then exhale, pushing the ground away. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Check your feet, check your hands. Relax the neck. Long exhale, lengthening that tailbone each time we're lengthening a little bit deeper, a little bit higher with the tailbone. So we look forwards. The left leg's going to step in, so you're going to lift into the right toes, give yourself a bit more elevation, the knee tightly into the chest, the shoulders over the wrists. Step the left foot, right knee down, extended lunge. And then we twist into twisted lunge. Feel the belly expand and the belly contract. The belly expand and the belly contract. Hands either side of left foot, stepping in right foot, Uttanasana, which is one of our 12 Sivananda postures. So we hold, forward fold. This is an inversion as well as a forward fold. When our head is below the heart, it's an inversion. Take a full inhale, exhale, release, bending the knees into the chest. Inhale, extended Tadasana. And exhale, hands to prayer. This is the third round. So my head comes in. Third round, last round. Inhale, extended Tadasana. Holding the sun between the palms. Exhale, Uttanasana. Let go with the neck. Right foot steps back. Knee down, toes tuck. Extended lunge. Twisted lunge. Looking over the left shoulder. Full breath in, full breath out. Bring it back to center, cross the thumbs. Crescent moon. Exhale, bring the hands either side, so you frame the left foot. Now this is where I'd like you to try something different. So I'm just going to swap my feet so I can show you. I'd like you to tuck under your back toes, which are your left toes. Step the right foot. The right toes are at the back. The left toes are front. These are the left toes. All right. So we're going to come into a right side plank by stepping left toes straight onto the right foot. And then we express that right side plank. If you don't want to do that, take the feet wide, take the knee down. If you want to have another try, go back. Okay? Sometimes we need a few tries. So you step back, pop it on top, shoulder over wrist, reach for the sky. Okay, back to regular plank. Knees to the floor, look up, shoulders over wrists, exhale, chest, chin. Place the pelvis to the floor, and this is where the knees go wide, because we're going to come into our bow pose by taking hold of the ankles, finding your breath. So you take time to notice, am I on an inhale or an exhale?
When am I going to move into the pose? So you find your end of exhale, and on the inhale, your feet draw your torso up into that bow pose. So again, there's as little as possible of your torso in contact with the floor. That's a strong move. Whoa, and release. Hands underneath the shoulders. You can do the tabletop lift, or you can take your inhale and your explosive lift into plank. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Whew. So just take a recovery breath. Set your fingers. So we're going to add the triangle because that's one of the Sivananda positions. So I want you to take your right leg to sky, three-legged dog. Bring the right heel to the butt. Again, we inhale and lift into left toes. Exhale, draw the right knee into the chest, shoulders over wrists, and decide where you're going to place that right foot inside the right hand. Turn the left heel in. We windmill with that left arm. We find ourselves in warrior two, but we're going to straighten that front leg. So your front heel is in line with your instep or heel. So you're on the tightrope, as I say. Regularly say the tightrope. We draw the torso to the front of the mat. Hand inside the thigh, but hold it. Okay? And then bring that left shoulder in line, so you've got a triangle shape. Squeezing the pelvis, the butt cheeks, working the pelvis back against an imaginary wall. So this is one of our 12 classic postures in Sivananda yoga. There's not a lot, you know, it's a very straightforward practice. It's a lovely practice to start with. Once we master this, then we move into the more fancy poses, but these 12 poses give us such a good base. Inhale, lift to straight leg. Exhale, bend the front knee into warrior. Windmill the back arm, hands either side of that right foot. Step in, left foot. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Let go with the neck, the head. Bending the knees, we inhale. Exhale to prayer. So we're going to do left side. Inhale. This is the last side. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let go with the neck. Step back, left foot. Left knee down. Extended lunge. We take our twist. Twisted lunge. Still working that breath. All that work coming from the internal. Abdominals, hands crossed, thumbs crossed, sorry, prayer position. Inhale. Crescent moon, arms straight, looking up or looking forwards, either is fine. Exhale, hands either side of the right foot. So we're going to try that step back straight into side plank. So you tuck under the left toes, stack the right foot, open. Excellent. Back to regular plank. So when we know the basics, we've got the strength to move on. When we haven't got the basics, it's difficult to move on. Knees to the floor, look up, shoulders over wrists, squeeze the elbows into the side ribs, chest and chin. This is your 8-point pose. Often people collapse and don't hold this pose and get the benefits. It's great for the spine. Squeeze the elbows into side ribs, draw the shoulders back, away from the ears. And then relax to prone. A lot of people just collapse straight into prone. Knees wide. Ankle. If it's too much to do both sides, just do half a side. Change over to the other half a side. That's fine. Your choice. All right, so the full bow pose, you hold the ankles. You think about finding your breath, because without the breath, the pose is going to be very difficult. And you choose an exhale or an inhale, whichever one, but you start when you've fully exhaled or fully inhaled, and then move into your pose. Flex the feet, draw the heels backwards, so it's that movement backwards of the feet that lifts your torso off the floor. And release. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Big inhale, exhale. We lift ourselves explosively off the floor, back to downward facing dog. And you know, downward facing dog is recovery time. So we always think, yeah, thank God, I'm back into dog. Oh, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Take a few breaths. So we're going to take the left leg to sky. Three-legged dog. The left leg to sky. Three-legged dog. Heel to the butt. Lift into right toes. Exhale, draw the knee tight, tight, tight into chest, shoulders over wrists. And the more you can hold this, the more you're going to develop your abdominal strength. Step left foot inside left hand. Right heel turns in. Right arm windmills back till we find warrior two pose. Straighten up the left leg. Reach the torso as far as you can. So you're reaching for something, and then onto the might be the thigh, it might be the shin, never the knee, never the knee. And stack, squeeze the sit bones together, particularly your right butt cheek towards your left, and breathe. And let's add a circle with that top arm. Exhale and inhale. So that full circle completes a cycle of breath. We didn't do this on the other side. Okay, look down to the left toes. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. And then you windmill the right arm. Turn the back toes. Frame in the foot with the hands. Step in, right foot. Uttanasana. Last one. Let the neck be relaxed. Let it be soft. Give your head a little nod, a little shake. And bending the knees, we inhale into extended Tadasana one last time, holding the sun. Bring the hands back to prayer. Take the feet a little wide, and we're going to squat down there. Just holding your prayer pose, Malasana pose, garland pose. I can move that now a little bit. So one of the classic postures, have a little move here, if that's comfortable. Have a little squat dance. And one of the postures which lots of people struggle with, we're going to have a go, is crow, a go of crow. And it's really just a bit of technical things to remember. The knee wants to be up here by the shoulder. Okay, if I'm here, I haven't got a chance. If I'm here, I haven't really got a chance. I've got to be really low, and I've got to get my elbows underneath the shins, and then I've got to lift up onto my toes to get my knees higher. I'm taking a wide stance because that's really the easiest way to do it. I'm turning my index fingers forward, so I've got this big spaciousness between the thumb and the index, which is my crab claw, my strong part of my wrist, and I lift. But I'm not just lifting and collapsing, I'm squeezing
I'm squeezing that knee into the tricep, and then I'm squeezing that knee into the tricep. And I'm not looking too far down or I'll fall onto my head. So, trial and error really, but lots of trial. Lots of trial and never being afraid. Never being afraid of getting up into those toes. And once I squeeze that knee in, I've got one foot in, that's good. Okay, then I'm going to squeeze the second foot in. And even if it's just for a moment, that's okay. A moment of trial. So, one more. I'm not going to let you go. If you find it difficult, sometimes you can stand up here on a brick, because that's going to give me even more spaciousness to get my elbows. And knees have got to be up here. I see a lot of people doing like this, where the knees are there and they're going to just slide down. So you've got to have a shelf of your upper arm. So if I have a little step here, that's going to make it even easier to lift. And I take my weight into my hands, gripping with my fingers, my finger pads. And it's not really strength, it's technique. Okay, so let's come down to floor. We've done 6 of the postures. We've done Uttanasana plenty times. We've done Cobra. We've done a boat pose, which is a little bit like locust. So I'm calling the boat pose locust. We've done our bow pose. We've done triangle and we've had a go at crow. So we've got 6 more postures for the classic Sivananda. So we're going to come from knees up, chin to chest, lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. And just rest the back body on the floor for a moment. Relax those shoulders. Get the heels in towards your buttocks. Because I've got these long arms, I can reach my heels. Some of you may be just about reaching the heels. Then we're going to turn the palms up so we don't cheat by pressing on the shoulders. Spread the toes into the floor. Inhale into chest. Deep inhale, exhale, spread toes again and lift the pelvis into supported bridge. Inhale up into chest. Spread toes again. Exhale, lift the pelvis. Now, the reason I say spread the toes is because that energizes the legs. So when we spread the toes and then lift up with the pelvis, that makes the legs actually work. This is how I used to do it. This is how I was taught to do it originally, was to interlace the fingers, bring the shoulders together, and use my shoulders to lift up into bridge. So my legs are being lazy. If they can be lazy, the legs will be lazy. So with the palms facing up and that constant spreading the toes, when we lift the pelvis up, we're really working these thighs, working the glutes, working the leg muscles, which are going to support that lower back. So we lift into the toes, the heels lift, and we lower. And take this really slowly so you can enjoy that massage down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then the pelvis touches down. We bring the knees into the chest. Have a little massage side to side. Yes. Now, on the Sivananda classical, they would ask you to cross your thumbs. So you're making this little support underneath the back of your sacrum, underneath the pelvis, and we would lower the legs.
So you can have your hands there, or you may not need the hands there, but I want you to flex the feet, depending on your back. If that pulls on your back, then don't do it. But we're going to walk the legs. I'm just taking my hands behind my head out of the way so you can see. And the feet are flexed. So we're doing big scissors. This is my add-on. Just for leg raises, sorry. And then we're going to bicycle, bringing the elbow to the opposite knee. But don't forget the exhale, the flex foot. And do it as slowly and as deliberately as you can, and with as much twist to the side with that exhale breath, because that will work your abdominals. Then you take that full exhalation with a twist. Don't do it quick, do it slow. Okay, and release the knees into the chest. So we're going to come to the next classic Sivananda pose, which you will know as shoulder stand. I know some people maybe don't want to do the full shoulder stand. You can use your brick underneath the pelvis if that's your style, your preferred style. If you can and you're willing to, come into your full shoulder stand. Now my feet have disappeared. Bring the elbows a little closer. This is a wonderful pose for relaxation, bringing your body into parasympathetic nervous system, the body's way to relax. Switch on those relaxing, whatever. Chin rests against the top of the chest. I'm so relaxed already, I forgot what I was going to say. But the 12 Sivananda poses also relate, each one correlates to one of the chakras in the body, and this is the throat chakra. So the emphasis of the blood supply now is stimulating the throat. And there's an organ at each of those chakra centers. So here we're dealing with the thyroid and the parathyroids. Now, remembering the thyroid is responsible for metabolism. So if we pump it with fresh blood supply through the position of the pose, then we have a healthy thyroid, a healthier thyroid. We have healthier metabolism. Lift the toes to the sky. You can circle those ankles if you wish. And then we're going to come to the next Sivananda pose of plow, taking the feet towards the floor. Some people will get to the floor, some people won't. So it's whatever is right for your body. Some people take the hands back behind you. Some people support their back. Some people take the hands behind the head into the toes. Let me just show you. This is my favorite because it gives you a nice support on your neck to take your hands back into your toes. And make sure you spend long enough if you want the benefits of the parasympathetic nervous system to switch on, for us to get out of our stress, fight and flight mode of modus operandi for modern living. So if anybody asks me what is the best pose just for stress relief, I would say if you can do your shoulder stand, 8 minutes, supposed to be 8 minutes to get the full maximum benefit. And plough is similar, same. Some people like to go into snail. You get a deeper back bend, but that's not going to be everybody. That's going to be easy for Lena, obviously, and Andy. But probably we don't spend long enough in shoulder stand to get the full benefit. So we're going to place the hands to the floor. We're going to lower the back once again, vertebrae by vertebrae, using the abdominal muscles on the descent. So there's not a sudden slap down to the floor. Lowering the back, hugging the knees in, massaging that lower back. What could be better? Nothing. We're going to cross the ankles. We're going to roll up to our balance on sit bones, which we've been practicing. And release. So I've got a couple more. And then we've done the 12 postures of Sivananda. So this is a nice way. I like to do the forward fold this way. So basically, you can go in diamond, bring the knees in, hold the outside of the feet, take the feet forwards, walk the butt back, and there we are, into our forward fold. Looking at the toenails, trying to keep the feet flush, as though they were against something flat, like a brick. Toes lifted back towards you. Maybe the heels come off the floor, but you've got something to press your feet on. Full inhale, belly pushes out, exhale, the heart moves forwards, inhale. So we might think of this as a stretch for the hamstrings, for the legs, but actually it's primarily a stretch for the spine. And Sivananda was a doctor, and he created his form of yoga, his Sivananda form of yoga, for the health of the spine. Inhale and exhale. So I do like to come back to this classic practice once in a while. It's very grounding, just to take our time and relearn the basics. We normally want to take 8 breaths in each pose. So come into a straight back, Dandasana, exhale, release. And we're going to take our final posture, spinal twist, right leg across. Now you may be able to, I can mirror you. So you may be able to bring in the left foot to the side, or left foot may be extended. It all depends if you can place this right butt cheek on the floor. So we might need to lift ourselves up and then sit back down so the right buttock is connected. If the right buttock cannot connect, then wriggle a bit more or extend the bottom leg. Okay, we're going to hug with the left arm, spine upright. Just come here. Take the right arm back. That gives you a deeper twist. Work the breath. Squeeze belly to spine. And then I'm going to ask you to reach up with your left hand, up to the sky, right up there. Exhale, bring it to the outer edge of the right thigh. Now you're squeezing tighter. You can hold that hand up here, or you can tuck it into the instep of the right foot. Make sure the right butt cheek hasn't lifted, otherwise you go back a stage. All right, if this is too much, just go back a stage to hold here. If that's too much and the butt cheeks up, extend the left leg. If you want to go another stage, bring the hands to prayer without rocking back. Hands to prayer. Now we're squeezing. Now we're struggling to breathe. That's the sign of a good twist. And all that great work happening in the internal organs. You're having an internal massage. One more step, thumbs to the sky. Take that right arm back to draw the bow. Whoa. And release. Ooh. So we come back to center. Maybe straighten the legs, maybe have a little wobble, maybe have a stretch. We're going to do the other side. So this time the left foot across. We try the right foot in there and see if the left butt cheek's lifted. If not, we lift up, place it back down. Wriggle, find your position. If you've got the left butt cheek up, extend that right leg, hug with the right. Left hand draws behind, spine is upright. Stage 1. Full breath. We want all the benefits we can get. Exhale. Squeeze and twist. Take the right hand to the sky. Exhale, bringing elbow to the outside edge of that left thigh. I have to keep thinking because I'm doing the opposite. Left thigh squeezes in. Now we're finding a little bit more twist in the torso. But don't let yourself rock back. Keep yourself upright. Stage 3. We go for prayer. Barely breathing, but still squeezing those internal organs, thumbs to the sky. Stage 4. We draw the bow. Look over that left shoulder. Yay. And release. Ooh, we unravel the legs. Have a little bounce out, little forward fold, a little wriggle, whatever you feel you need. We're going to come to close our practice in comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands, thumbs to the sternum. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Bring the hands to the third eye. We bow to ourselves, we bow to the practice. And namaste. Thank you very much, everybody, for your hard work.